Our experiential strategy is always to get people creating, making, not necessarily just nodding heads.
So, hi, Xente.
Hi.
It's so nice to have you join us.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your talk on stage.
Oh, thanks. Good.
Quick interview here. So, one thing that really strikes me about Pinterest is that it's such a great source of inspiration. I feel like it really shapes culture. What do you think makes it so special?
Oh my gosh. I think just the sheer volume of amazing content on there. I think it's just, there's nothing like it. And it's because people have generated so much of it. It's curated. It feels like you're not just in the giant internet. You're in this amazing kind of channel of beautiful things or smart things or whatever you want to look for. I mean, it's just an amazing place. I think, but it's the volume that we have, I think.
And speaking about volume, I think we're often in kind of a tunnel of going deep, or the algorithm kind of driving you.
Right.
I feel like Pinterest is almost like an horizontal discovery where you will find what you're looking for, but you're also brought on like a path where you'll actually discover amazing things along the way. It's like a travel within your platform. I'm just curious to see from a design perspective and an experience perspective, like what shapes that or how you actually make it happen.
I mean, you described it perfectly. I think I always think of it akin to like jumping from lily pad to lily pad of ideas. And it's actually kind of how humans do that in their own environments. Like if you're looking at this table, you're going to go from the flower to the paint to the spatula, like different things. And I think when we do experiences, we try to approach them in a very human way. So giving people this creative kind of arsenal of things that they can play with and try and make something that doesn't feel directed. Like we wouldn't put, arrows on the ground that say, go here first, then stop here, then tap this screen. It's
just endlessly scroll. It's like, I feel like you're in movement all the time.
You're in movement. And I think that's so different what you're talking about, horizontal search, and how it's more meandering and it's this journey. You don't necessarily want to go from A to B. You want to eventually maybe get to B, but you might go to C because you just didn't even see that coming. And so it's interesting also for brands that advertise with us to really understand how people move through Pinterest. Like I might go looking for cute cowboy boots and end up with something totally different, right? Like some kind of
that happens to me a lot.
Installation for my wall or something. Like I'm like, how did I get here? But I love it. And I think it's true to the creative soul and how we move through things when we're making stuff. I mean, it feels natural.
It's funny you say that because we're really much about that. When you look at the experience, it's not linear. It's about discovery. It's about touching different parts of your humanity. You can discover through touch, through smell. And that aspect of curiosity, I feel, is like really important. And the other thing that I find is really interesting with Pinterest, and it's something you guys say, is that you end up finding who you are. And so I'm just curious to hear you about that, because I feel like there's something really empowering about discovering who you are, which is a journey that never ends. And so just interested to have you elaborate on this as well.
I think that Pinterest allows people to gather and curate all the ideas that are interesting to them. And it lets them kind of put markers in the sand. Boards are kind of, I was here, I like these things. And sometimes even looking back, you can see how you evolved as a person. I can see boards from 2011 where I was pinning brightly colored baby strollers and I had a different kind of aesthetic take. And some things are similar. And I think you can kind of map out who you become. And we're seeing that especially with Gen Z, that they're coming to Pinterest because they're in the very moment of figuring out who they are. And instead of putting posters on their wall like we did, they're going, oh, I'm going to board this. I'm interested in this K-pop band. I'm going to have a board of that. So these are all collections of identity that I think happens really naturally on Pinterest.
And it's like through shaping individuals, you're actually shaping culture, which is fascinating. You brought Pinterest to life at Coachella, at the manifestation. So this is an experiential podcast.
Yes.
So tell us a bit about what the concept was and how it was special to you to kind of bring the platform alive.
Yeah. So one of the most important things about activating Coachella, so our manifestation was our activation in 2024. We did something again this year, but the manifestation, the idea behind that was born out of giving festival goers a chance to become sort of a better version of themselves and experiment with their look in the desert, whether it was doing face lace or cool makeup, or we have so many pictures of people who got like tons and tons of bows in their hair. So in a way, when you went through our experience, you came out the other side looking cooler, it was so much joy was imbued in it. And I think the making aspect of it is really important. We weren't asking people to go into a room and touch a screen and take a photo. Sure, we have photo ops, but we think of those as tables.
Yeah, for sure.
It's more just like, how many cool things can we add? And Coachella searches are huge for Pinterest. So people really got to be immersed in the brand. And that's super important to me. I mean, Pinterest is one of those brands where like people want to be inside it, and I the only analogy I've found to compare it to is Disney, right? It's a weird kind of comparison, but
no, it's
think
not.
about, people watched a bunch of Disney films and then they love being immersed in that brand. And there's a sense of it's all around you. So I've taken that also.
Like world creation almost. Like you're just stepping into something that's like,
And I think that insight is what I've taken to our films, like for our campaigns. I've taken the experiential nexus of trying to go inside Pinterest and wanting to have our commercials do the same thing. So you're stepping inside, literally filming inside, whether it's a rabbit hole or, different spots I can show you, but it's based on the notion of going into this world.
But we use that a lot, and we think that the only way you can fully immerse and like tapping into a person you're not different, like closer to actually who you are in a certain setting is if there's really big attention paid to those details. And what are the codes of this space? Like, how should you feel? How should you behave? What kind of relationship should you have with yourself and with the people surrounding you? And I think that great activations or any creative concept for that matter, like even when it's a movie or something, it's about like creating a world where you're entering into that space that's going to be contributing to a different version of you or tapping into you in a way. I don't know.
Yes. And I think that is something our experiential team is so amazing at. And they're so amazing at protecting that too. When I first started, I didn't have a lot of experiential experience when I joined Pinterest. And, at one point I remember saying like, hey, could we have some like lettering on the wall? And they were like, no. Like, no. And I'm like, okay. And I really quickly got it, but it was something that, understanding and then learning it and working with the team on all of our activations. It's just a very special process that we protect, and we make sure that everything that goes in is really thought about. Like, how does this knob turn, or this lever pull, or does this feel right? Is this color too contrasty? Like something, I just love every single detail. So
we've talked about something that's a bit more B2C, I guess, Coachella, which is all about like the vibrant community connected to culture and music. How different do you show up? Like we were talking about Cannes, which is maybe more, your B2B activation. So how does these translate when you show up to something like a Cannes line?
So for Cannes, our strategy was really simple, and we were talking about this before that started, but treating people, marketers, creatives, like human beings. And the big kind of unlock was that if you look at Cannes, it's a lot of panels you go to. It's a lot of like nodding your head and listening.
And rosé.
Right, and rosé. I don't do that as much anymore at all. But, it was. But I think that people also, for creative people, they're kind of like in listening mode. And we really wanted them to be in making mode, so that they could actually do the thing they love. Creative people, some marketers, they want to get their hands dirty and make something. And I know when I'm at my limit of like, I just need to like go make something and I feel better. So by doing that, like we're just different than all the beaches. Like
I'm so aligned with that. And I think that this should become the norm.
Yeah.
Like this is really much what we believe it here, because at the end of the day, you can get top content anywhere.
Right.
In ways that are much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Having tea on your sofa, you know? And for me, the unique aspect of bringing people together is to tap into this magic that really only happens when you're together.
Yes.
And like if you feel that you're shaping the outcome or something, or you're contributing to it, you know, you're far more likely to be engaged.
Yeah.
I think, you know, the power of experiential is like, you'll watch, let's say, social for a certain amount of seconds.
Yeah.
TV, the same thing.
Right.
To have people within your world for minutes, hours. There's
some people
something
stay for
really
hours.
unique, and it's like there is the possibility to really create engagement in a way that's unique as a channel, I feel, and like the top-down aspect of like, let me teach you. I feel is like losing so much value.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. We need to do more listening as a culture, just in general. Like it's like how, you know, kind of like whenever I approach these talks or something, I'm like, I really have to have something really good to say. Otherwise, I don't want to waste anyone's time. Do you know what I mean? Like we have to hold ourselves to a high standard when we're in talking mode versus listening. Like when I go to a conference, I want to hear about all the other people. Like I get enough of me, you know. I was like, Fran Lebowitz said a great quote about it. It's like,
well, that, and then like any story, high, low moments of energy. So you might want to sit and listen to something inspiring, but then you might want to go and workshop something or create something, just like what we're doing here. And I think that that's what really is passionate about the field we're in, which is like thinking about different ways to stimulate.
No, totally. Totally. You've done such a great job here. I mean, I love all of this. Like, I can't wait to play.
Well, we love you too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So thank you so much for being here.
Yes, of
Thanks
course.
for this rich conversation.
Yes.
And I guess I'll see you in Soda France.
Yes. Okay. Yay. I can't wait.
Awesome.
Come to the Festival.
Thank you.